Did you know that over 5% of the world's population experiences disabling hearing loss? That's around 466 million people. Imagine that, almost 500 million people living in a world where sound is a luxury, not a given. It's not just about missing out on music or the sound of a loved one's voice. Hearing loss can affect every aspect of life, from communication and social interaction to safety and overall well-being. It's a significant global health issue that cannot be ignored. But what if there was a way to bring sound to those who have never heard it before, or restore it to those who have lost it? Enter the realm of cochlear implants, a medical marvel that has changed the lives of many. A cochlear implant is not just another hearing aid, far from it. While hearing aids amplify sounds so they may be detected by damaged ears, cochlear implants bypass the damaged portions of the ear and directly stimulate the auditory nerve. They transform sound waves into electrical signals, which the brain can then interpret as meaningful sound. It's like giving the ear a helping hand, offering a sense of sound to those who would otherwise be denied it. This technology has been around for a few decades, but it's continuously evolving, becoming more advanced and more accessible. Today it's helping individuals of all ages, from toddlers as young as 12 months to seniors, reconnect with the world around them. It's not just about hearing, it's about experiencing life in all its auditory richness. But like all medical interventions, cochlear implants come with their own set of considerations. It's not a one-size-fits-all solution, and it's not without its challenges. But for many, it's a chance at a life they could only dream of. A life full of sounds. With such staggering numbers, it's no surprise that medical science has come up with a solution: the cochlear implant. Imagine for a moment living in a world of silence. This was the reality for our friend Jane. Jane lived in a silent world, a world where the chirping of birds, the rustling of leaves, and the laughter of children were merely echoes of a distant past. Her world was devoid of the melodic rhythm of life, the symphony that we often take for granted. Jane was not born into silence. She had the privilege of experiencing the world in all its sonic glory. But as she grew older, her hearing began to fade. It was gradual at first, akin to slowly turning down the volume on the radio. But as the years passed, the volume kept decreasing until one day, it was silent. The world was still spinning, life was still happening, but Jane was left out of the auditory party. Jane was living with hearing loss, a reality that millions of people around the world face every day. Conversations became a confusing mix of muffled sounds and misunderstood words. Music, once a source of joy and comfort, became a memory. The world, once filled with a cacophony of sounds, was now a quiet place. But Jane was not one to accept defeat. She was determined to fight back, to reclaim the sounds she had lost. She visited doctors, tried hearing aids, but nothing seemed to work. The silence was stubborn, refusing to let go of its grip. It was during this time that she stumbled upon something that could potentially change her life: cochlear implants, a device that promised to bring back the sounds she so dearly missed. But like any medical procedure, it came with its own set of challenges and uncertainties. Yet, Jane was ready to face them head-on. She was ready to embark on a journey that could potentially bring sound back into her life. A journey that was filled with hope and promise, but also fraught with questions and doubts. Jane's world was silent, but hope was on the horizon. The journey to reclaim her world of sound had just begun. It was a journey into the unknown, but Jane was ready. After all, the sweetest melodies often emerge from the deepest silences. Enter the cochlear implant, a device that has the potential to change lives. This isn't just a fanciful claim, it's a reality for millions of people worldwide who have been given the gift of hearing through this extraordinary technology. So, what exactly is a cochlear implant? It's a small, complex electronic device that can provide a sense of sound to a person who is profoundly deaf or severely hard of hearing. Unlike hearing aids, which make sounds louder, cochlear implants do the work of damaged parts of the inner ear, or cochlea, to provide sound signals to the brain. The device consists of two parts: an external portion that sits behind the ear, and a second portion that is surgically placed under the skin. The external part captures sound, converts it into digital code, and transmits it to the internal part. The internal part then transforms the code into electrical signals, sends them along the auditory nerve, and voila! The brain interprets these signals as sound. Cochlear implants are particularly beneficial for those who have severe to profound sensorineural hearing loss in both ears, and who receive little or no benefit from hearing aids. They're also suitable for adults who have lost their hearing after learning to speak, and for children aged 2 years or older, who have been born deaf or who have lost their hearing at a very young age. However, as with any medical intervention, there are pros and cons to consider. On the upside, cochlear implants can give a person the ability to hear speech at near normal levels, and even hear music or use the telephone. On the downside, it's not a cure for hearing loss and doesn't guarantee perfect hearing. It requires time and training to learn or relearn the sense of hearing. And there are potential risks and complications, including infection or nerve damage. But for many, like our Jane, the benefits far outweigh the potential drawbacks. For Jane, this was a chance to hear the world again. And that, my friends, is a miracle indeed. But how much does it cost to bring back the symphony of life? Let's talk about the financial side of cochlear implants. They're not exactly pocket change. The total cost, including the surgery, the device, and the necessary follow-up care, often ranges from $40,000 to $60,000. Yes, that's a hefty price tag. Insurance can help alleviate some of the financial burden, but not all policies cover the full cost, and out-of-pocket expenses can still be significant. In addition, the ongoing costs of maintenance, batteries, and potential upgrades can add up over time. For some, the cost may seem daunting, but consider the value of the benefits. The ability to hear, to connect with others, to experience the world in all its auditory glory. These are priceless experiences. The financial implications can be a challenge, but for patients like Jane, the benefits far outweigh the costs. But for Jane, no price was too high for the chance to hear again. The journey to sound is not without its challenges. As we delve into the complexities of cochlear implant surgery, we understand that this transformative procedure, while miraculous, is also a journey of courage and resilience. Cochlear implant surgery is a routine procedure, typically lasting between 2 to 4 hours. The operation involves making a small incision behind the ear to place the implant's components. The surgeon drills a tiny hole into the cochlea, the part of the inner ear responsible for hearing, to insert the electrode array. The external parts of the implant, including the microphone and processor, are then connected to the internal components. The surgery is performed under general anesthesia, meaning the patient sleeps through the procedure. As with any surgery, there are potential risks, including infection or complications from anesthesia. Yet, these risks are minimal, and the vast majority of surgeries are successful, with patients experiencing a significant improvement in hearing. Following the surgery, there's a recovery period of around 4 to 6 weeks. This time allows the surgical site to heal before the external components are activated. It's during this period that the real magic begins, as the cochlear implant begins to provide a new type of sound sensation. Now let's take a moment to reflect on Jane's experience with the surgery. Jane, our courageous explorer of sound, went into the surgery with a mix of apprehension and hope. She emerged from the operation weary but undeterred, ready to embark on her recovery journey. Jane was committed to the process, patiently waiting through the healing phase, eager for the day her device would be switched on. Her experience is a testament to the resilience of individuals who choose to undertake this journey. She exemplifies the courage and determination necessary to transform one's life through the power of sound. So, while the path to sound does have its challenges, the rewards can be life-changing. The surgery, while complex, is a stepping stone towards a world filled with the rich tapestry of sounds that most of us take for granted. With the surgery complete, Jane was on the path to a world filled with sound. So, was it worth it? Let's hear it from Jane. Jane's journey has been transformative. The world of sound opened up to her after the cochlear implant surgery. She can now hear the sweet chirping of birds, the rustling of leaves, and the laughter of her grandchildren. It hasn't been an easy road, with the surgery and the initial adjustment to the implant. But she'll tell you in a heartbeat, it's been worth every moment. But remember, everyone's experience can be different. Some may face challenges Jane didn't, and some may find it smoother sailing. It's all about understanding what works best for you, or for the person considering the cochlear implant. This is a community, a support system. We're here to share, to learn, and to grow together. So if you or someone you know could benefit from this information, don't hesitate to share this video or comment with your own experiences. Remember, you're not alone in this journey.